Right, so this is a test stream. I've never done a stream before on YouTube or Twitch or anything like that, so just thought doing a bit of AMS2, bit of open lobby stuff, and yeah, thought I'd give it a go. So yeah, let's see. This works out well. I might start streaming some of my ACC league races maybe. But yeah, for tonight though, just a bit of AMS2. I might just do one or two races. There's a lobby up called GS Sim Racing, so anyone that wants to jump in, feel free. There's no passwords on it, nothing like that. So yeah, work away. Sorry, dude. One thing I noticed with these Formula Inters as well is that as soon as you hit second gear, I'm starting to notice it locks up very easily. So could maybe toy with the differential a small bit, but then again, it's probably just a characteristic of the car. There was a guy earlier like commenting on one of my Formula Inter videos, and he did say that, you know, that was a characteristic of the real car, so who knows. Yes, it's going to be qualifying now in a minute, and then a 12 lap race. But yeah, these cars are really, really good. I've done a couple of races already in them, and they just promote close racing, and they're easy to drive. Well, relatively speaking, still a challenge though. I mean, they're not kind of have a snooze type of easy. Very tight for P1 and P2. Right, let's jump into qualifying. I've no idea where I'm going to end up, so yeah, I don't even have a reference lap for this one, so no ideas. Let's return to the pit box. One thing I'm noticing is the car is bottoming out quite a bit over some of the curbs, so let me raise it up a small bit. We've got the bump stop. We don't have any ride height adjustments. Great. Spring rate. Don't really want to stiffen that too much. The rear is a bit sensitive already. Can't do much on the differential. Wheel map. And we adjust the final drive or any of the gear ratios. Yeah, we can adjust the gear ratio. Not the final drive, it seems. So alright, let's jump ahead into qualifying then. Well, let's go for it. So do a 5 lap run. Anti-roll bars, downforce. Yeah, there's not much like setup changes you can make on this thing anyway, but it looks of things very, very minute. You might get a bit, You might gain a bit on the gearing, but to be honest, I've just jumped in here, like I'm doing a few random open lobbies, so I don't know the track well enough to know if I'd have an advantage if I did mess with the gearing, so I think I'll just leave it as it is for now. That curb there is very difficult to, if you put the outside wheel over the curb itself, the floor of the car is likely to bottom out and, well, start to induce a spin really. Yeah, the curb in here is quite aggressive, and I don't know if it's just how it interacts with this car. But yeah, you can definitely feel it's quite sharp and wants to pull the car quite easily. Just something to be aware of. Even there, like just, it's like the car has momentum to keep going forward, which is what you want, but then you tip off the curb and force gear, and these are pretty redundant as well by the looks of things. Patience, patience. Whoa. Whoa, shit. Alright, let's go again. Yeah, I feel confident enough, like I feel better in the car in qualifying here than I did in practice. Just feel I know a bit better where I can place the car on the curb. And the curbs here, like on the one hand, they're big, they're inviting, but they are also quite tall, particularly on the inside, so you've got to be careful. Like, you need to use them, but you can't be greedy. This car is very sensitive to the curbs here. And like I say, using them is fine, but it's that bit where the curb runs out and you have the kind of rumble strip on the inside, that's the problem. I've noticed that if I'm to take that rumble strip out a second chicane, if I keep the wheel dead straight and accelerate, it's all good. This is kind of a similar approach I take to league racing and ACC. Like, I'll be doing laps and I'm looking at the track, not necessarily the corners and the speeds and stuff, but it's more so what extra little things can I do to gain another advantage. Alright, 7th spot. So I have gone up one click on the anti-roll bar to make it more responsive at the front, but then a bit dumbed after turning, so far it seems to be working. Oh shit. Can't believe I've caught up to this guy already. This could be another qualifying lap kind of hindered. Oh shit. Great little car. Yeah, the car feels really decent, I think. I end up blind coming into this corner. No matter how many times you do it at Donington, it's difficult to actually remember it. 2 seconds off, my god. I don't know where I'm going to find 2 seconds. Invalidated? Alright, the cuts seem a bit aggressive, don't they? But, alright, it is what it is. See how I can take this flat if I pick up the throttle earlier and just feed it round. Just looking for places where I can improve and pick up the throttle that bit sooner. And that's the thing you have to remember, like you need to get the car kind of not pointed but ready in a certain direction where you can apply the throttle and it will end up on the exit. Let's go for I wonder if being aggressive is the right way to be here on this one. Oh my god. How can that be invalidated when you run wide like and lose time? This is not looking good. Okay, and I can't go in to go back out again, so I have to stay out on these tyres and just do a final lap at the end of this. Yeah, frustrating track this when you're pushing, and it's all down to the curbs, like even there, man. Very aggressive curb interaction. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, go on, I don't want to ruin your lap, buddy. Just let me go. Okay, thank you. I got a bit more heat in the tyres, and then we'll get one final qualifying lap in. Okay, he's abandoned, I've locked up. Oh man, this is this is not a good qualifying session. Oh my god, out of fuel. Oh my god. Well, everything that should have went wrong has gone wrong. No surprises. Oh well, these things happen. Yeah, so like I say, this is my first time, well probably not my first time, but first time in about a year doing a live stream. And this is really just to, I suppose, test everything's working. It looks to be. Okay, let me just check something because YouTube is telling me that my streaming bitrate is all wrong, or well, below the recommended settings. Yeah, so let me just have a quick look. Oh yeah, okay. Let me up that. Alright, so I've upped the streaming rate. Yeah, alright. Yeah, no, I just wanted to change the settings in the streaming software there. Apparently YouTube was having a fit saying that we were doing it all wrong. Right, 12 laps. How much fuel do we need? A bit more than that. Oh, 3 laps over, just to be safe. Yeah, roll and start as is the Formula Inter in real life. So yeah, let's go. I think we're all ready, except just a couple of guys probably just getting their setups or whatever ironed out. No game sound. Alrighty, know what's going on there. Okay, that should be fixed.
Heads up, we're going green.
Go. Rolling start being released at the hairpin, that's not great. Yeah, I think what happened with the game sound there, usually when I'm recording the videos, I have the audio from the microphone and the audio from the game going through 2 separate sound channels, so I can basically edit that in the editing software I use, DaVinci, just to get the audio right. And yeah, I think I forgot to put it back onto a single channel.
Okay, Gary, decent start. We can build something from here. We've got double yellows, double yellows.
Yellows. I do have the full course yellow turned off though, because yeah, I just think with some open lobbies it can kind of hinder it, you know, and I've come across situations where doing some oval races and people would purposely cause wrecks just to wreck the race for other people. Not saying that's going to happen here, but at least with the full course yellow turned off, kind of, you know, take the risk out of it basically. Oh. Oh shit. Whoa. And a bit of carnage at the hairpin as well. Running wide there. It's just like, yeah, stop doing it, Gary. It's not worth it. under, over. Yeah, can't get past. P1 is checking out, isn't he? 2.5 seconds already after. Yeah, gone.
You're right.
Well. Dive bomb of the year award, pal.
Left side, clear left.
I won't dive back, it's not worth it. Oh.
143.3.
What I'm sort of hoping now is that he dives on somebody else in front and could take some free positions, hopefully. See a lot of crap on the exit there with that wheel track thing going on. Everyone's just running wide, aren't they, and bringing all the marbles and shite back onto the track.
Your front tyres are cold.
Yeah, Donington's a great track. Drive this a lot in ACC as well, just when I'm wanting just to have a bit of fun. Jesus Christ, man, what are you doing?
Left side, there's a car. Clear left. There's an incident in Compass.
Yeah, like I think when you... This is the thing with racing online, like you have to be sensible, you know. Sensible, I mean, you know, I was there. Any car's there, you cannot just keep driving, like just give a bit of room, you know.
Jack in front is cruising. It's now 2.7 seconds. E5. Sector 1's quick. Sector 2 is 1.6 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace.
Yeah, changing my exit out turn 1 there just to avoid that curb on the outside. It's yeah, just not worth it. The real question is, can I close the gap to the cars ahead? Right.
Well, that was at 143.3, which your quickest lap in this session.
Well, it's getting lively up ahead, so usually that's a chance for opportunities when people start making mistakes or, you know, trying to overtake. I think the top 4, like, or so, are trying to looks to be getting away from me a small bit.
Side's clear.
Thanks, buddy. Good driving. Car being lapped. It was predictable. We both knew what he was doing. That's how to drive. Brilliant stuff.
Time is 142.3. That was 143.5.
Yeah, I'm way off the pace. Oh my god.
Limits there. Incident in the crane of curves. It looks like it's swift.
Well, that's not good.
Seeing right front locking into crane of curves.
Again, man. Yeah, that's cost me a total of what, 15 seconds on the Delta. Very frustrating. But that's my own fault really, because I knew like to avoid that that curb, and yeah. This is
okay,
good,
Gary,
but
that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel.
fifth place is just up ahead, so we might have a bit of a battle. That outside curve there is just death. Pulls you really aggressively as well. But yeah, I think that's the thing. Like when you're E9 is gone, gardening. Yeah, it's a tricky track this, and I think, you know, this car, like it's new, so people are still getting used to it, and it is relatively easy to drive, but that being said, like there is little nuances to it that even I'm starting to discover now, having done slightly longer races with it. When I first got into it, I thought this is great, and it really is, like it's a great car, but there's definitely more to it when you start to push and start looking for the lap time. Becomes challenging then. It's a car that likes smooth curves. It doesn't really get on with kind of aggressive ones or bits of like rumble strip. You see the way on the inside of some of these curves, like there's a very steep drop off into the grass or to a rumble strip. That drop off really upsets this car. I don't know if it's a right height thing, I suspect it is, it feels that way. then, like in the setup menu, I couldn't find a way to raise the height a little bit, so yeah, a little bit strange, that one. And again, like that could be how it is in reality as well, you know, but here we go again. Just have to be a lot more patient getting on power. We're chasing down 5th position with 6 to go. Yeah, starting to learn the track, like how to take it in this car. It's all good, it's all good.
There's an incident in copies. The car behind's pitted now.
Alright, so we're going to have a battle now in a few corners time, hopefully. This should be fun.
Your tyre temps are looking good.
Come on. Oh shit. Locked up onto the marbles, but thankfully saved it.
Your lap time was 1:42.9. That's your best lap in this session.
Got a race in our hands.
On your left. Hold your line. He's still there.
Oh my god.
And still there. Clear on the left.
Absolutely compromised.
Nice front.
Hey Darren, how are you? Yeah, had a bit of a disaster, so we're in 4th or something and then went flying off at turn 1.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 8.7.
Yeah, still learning the intricacies of this car. Oh shit.
Left side. Clear on the left. The stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines. Use all the track. Our left. Still there. Left side's clear. Car on your right side. You are clear on the right.
Yeah, I mean these cars, I think one thing I've learned is when you first jump into them, like I did the other day, I mean a lot of fun, brilliant, nice and easy to drive, challenging as well though, you know, very lively, but when you're jumping into online races,
Really good. Come on, keep your focus.
you know, with general type setups and you're trying to actually extract the pace from driving alone, that's when you start to notice kind of how on edge the car can actually become. Like some of these corners, particularly with the curb interactions, it's quite tricky.
Your front tyres are cold.
So the gap, okay. 4th position, not bad. I did lose 15 seconds on my little off-track excursion, so you know, factor that in, we're not doing too badly.
The gap behind is now 0.6.
I'm starting to feel comfortable. I think this is something with every car, like when you get a good few laps into a car on a particular track, you start to learn how not just how the track should be driven, but how the car needs to be driven on that track.
receiving right rear wheel spin on the exit of Melbourne hairpin.
Probably stating the obvious, but you can know a track inside out, but it's driven totally different in every type of car. And even the
Okay, Gary.
perceived easier cars still require work and skill and experience, whatever, to, you know, put in decent lap times. But yeah, not doing too bad. Closing on the gap in front, but P1 is quite quick now, I have to say.
Push. We might get a third here.
What has happened there?
Looks like P5's gone off in the old hairpin.
Micro corrections on the way in, but then you're rewarded if you keep momentum through the corner on the way out. It's yeah, it's nice, but man, it's challenging, this little car.
Just had a warning for cutting the track.
Again.
You're outside track limits there.
It's so annoying that it's so all it takes is just one little push on the throttle to raise the front, pitch the front up, and the car just wants to understeer. Shit.
The gap behind's increased to 5.4. Your tyre temps are good.
Challenging car, but a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Yeah, so definitely didn't deserve third in that one, I don't think. Yeah, had a bit of an off thanks to the outside curb at turn 1. And it's those aggressive curves, particularly this one just along here. It's like the car. I mean, the steering wheel is rattling all over the place. This curb is very that curb there is very, very unforgiving on this car. Very unforgiving. And I suspect it's because the car bottoms out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's obviously bottoming out. Like, I mean, it's kind of okay here, but when you're on the corner exit with load on the car, it's obviously pushing the car into the ground more. And, yeah, just makes everything 10 times worse. Yeah, that was fun. And like I say, guys, this is was my first time streaming live. I don't usually do that. Mainly I do kind of, you know, let's say feature videos that, you know, hopefully are of value to people and they find it useful and stuff like that. Yeah, you'll see all the stuff on the channel, like, I mean, everything from force feedback settings, field of view, which, you know, divides countries, never mind sim racers, all the way through to car reviews and what they feel like and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll probably start doing maybe some more live streams, maybe of my league races and stuff like that. Yeah, I suppose it's just a way to kind of engage more with all, you know, all the followers and anyone that watches the channel and stuff like that. But yeah, I know a few of you did drop in tonight, and thanks for that, Brian and Darwin. Fair play. And yeah, hopefully maybe during the week I might start streaming. If I'm doing like some ACC public lobbies, myself and my teammate Chris, we do an endurance series as well in ACC in the GT3s, and yeah, I might start streaming that stuff. And yeah, Chris Tedder, he has a channel as well, so check out his channel. He does a lot of ACC stuff. So if you're new to ACC, for example, and you want to kind of how-to guides, his channel is stuffed with all of that stuff. Really nice guy, and yeah, we race together, and he runs the league that I race in as well, and all that stuff. But yeah, guys, as for AMS2, yeah, first live stream, like I say, I think I'll leave this one here for tonight. Of boring work in the morning and all that grown-up stuff, responsibilities and all that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, until the next one, cheers.